Hello, and welcome to this edition of Reston Today. I'm your host, Andy Siegel. In today's show, the numbers have been crunched, the comments have been analyzed, and we are now in a position to share what we've learned about indoor recreation from those who attended the community district meetings of last summer. Next, it may seem natural, it decays, and it makes the soil richer. So why is yard waste such a problem for Reston's common natural areas? Reston's environmental staff is here to explain. Finally, there's a brand new look for one of Reston's enduring landmarks, and Kathleen Driscoll McKee gives us a look inside the newly renovated Reston Museum in today's Exploring Reston. So stay with us. Over the summer, more than 500 people took part in discussions about indoor recreation in Reston. In breakout sessions, participants filled out surveys, which we have spent the last couple of months compiling. And here's some highlights of what we've learned. 2/3 of those who completed surveys ranked preserving Reston's open space as the #1 consideration. The next major factor for those who completed surveys was the question of who would use the facility and whether Reston Association should partner with another organization, such as Reston Community Center. On that question, the votes were about evenly divided. Finally, cost was a concern for everyone. 175 individuals said the cost, combined with the current economy, were most important to them. So what happens now? The Parks and Planning Advisory Committee is working to develop a plan and will use these results as part of its February 2010 report to the board.
Hi, I'm Nikki Foremski, Watershed Supervisor with the Reston Association. Not only does yard debris have an impact on our natural areas, but it also has a detrimental impact on our lakes and streams. It all starts here. Our storm drains lead directly to our streams and our lakes. If you or your landscape company blows leaves and trash into the storm drain, that ends up into our streams and our lakes. Also, if there's trash and leaves in our storm drains, they can clog up and cause flooding of your neighborhood.
Every year, Reston Association's environmental resource staff walk every inch of Reston's 800 acres of natural woodlands. We're in search of invasive exotic plants, hazardous trees, and, unfortunately, yard debris dumping. Yard debris can include grass clippings, leaves, and branches, which can suffocate the seedlings, ferns, and wildflowers that grow in the forest, preventing the regeneration of the forest. Reston Association would like to ask you and your landscape company to properly dispose of your yard debris.
For the last dozen years, the Reston Historic Trust has collected and preserved our community's unique heritage in a space here at Lake Ann Plaza. Now, through the vision and hard work of the Trust, our history has a fresh new look. Kathleen Driscoll McKee explains in this month's Exploring Reston.
Today we're going to explore the Reston Museum. Come on inside. There's lots to see. A renovation and 12 new panels. This is going to be a fun thing. The first thing you notice when you walk into this beautifully renovated space are these 12 panels. They chronicle the history of Reston. Each one brings new information about our community. You will learn what Reston is and why it's so special. One panel showcases the connection to the land and its importance to the creation of Reston. Another panel explains founder Bob Simon's goals for the planned community, and other displays how live, work, and play are woven into the fabric of Reston. The last two panels detail the town center and the contributions of the many people who call Reston home. There's the museum shop so that you can support the work of the Historic Trust. This entire restored exhibit fulfills the goal of the Historic Trust to be a teaching tool for the diverse community of Reston. Take a walk through history, find out how we got to be who we are and when it happened. I'm Kathleen Driscoll McKee. Thank you for joining me on Exploring Reston.
I'm Andy Siegel, and thanks for taking time to join us on this edition of Reston Today.